Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right. At the end of the day, Tank has proven that he deserves a spot on the top 10 pound for pound list. And like I said, depending on what happens next week, I'm gonna make my pound per pound list, the official pound per pound list, the official town business pound per pound list. And I've taken everybody's ideas into consideration. So this pound list is gonna be based off the names that y'all submitted, the people I'm thinking about, and maybe some surprises down the line. So we're headed towards June now, last day of May. So the summer is officially underway. So we got some big fights lined up in June. Announcements are expecting to get made. So like I said before. I wish we could spread these fights out, man, instead of having fights having 3 fights every weekend instead of spreading these fights out. So you got Devin Haney coming up this Saturday, which will be Sunday in Australia. Then you got Steve Fulton versus Danny Roman from The Negotiator. That's a joke in case you don't know who that Danny Roman is. That's Samuel L. Jackson's character from The Negotiator. So, I just had to throw that in there. But we have that fight, and I'll be talking about that fight later on. So now I'm going to have to be running back and forth upstairs trying to have 2 TVs on at the same time, trying to watch both of these fights. But, the priority fight is Devin Haney versus George Kambosos Jr. That is for Undisputed. But at the same time, I will be keeping up on what's going on with Steve Fulton versus Danny Roman. So we'll see what's up. But nevertheless, let me talk about Tank. Get back to Tank. Like I said before, Tank has officially made my pound per pound list, and he's moved up high on the pound per pound list. I know people gonna come with the, well, who has he fought and all that kind of shit. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, we can ask that question basically about any fighter. So, that's just the bottom line. Ain't nobody gonna see eye to eye on any particular fighter. And to be honest with you, I really don't give a fuck whether you disagree with me or not, because I'm still gonna say it and I still believe it. Tank is a pound per pound fighter. He proved it. At the end of the day, he showed his ring IQ. He didn't go in there and get reckless. He was patient with Rolly, and he caught Rolly. It was never any doubt that I thought Tank was going to lose that fight, and I was trying to explain that to somebody, even though I had Rolly ahead on the cards, but we knew Tank was going to eventually catch Rolly and get him out of there. It wasn't even a question of if, it was when. We knew it was coming. We knew Tank was going to knock him out. Now, Rolly is saying that, hey, the referee screwed him. He said he could continue, but I really think Tank was going to level Rolly if they would have let Rolly continue. Rolly says he wants a rematch. Rolly would have to go back to the drawing board and do some amazing things to at least consider himself to be an option for Tank for a rematch or just a fight. Rolly have to do some things. But I will give Rolly credit. He was responsible for the most part of the fight. He did try to box with Tank. I didn't think he was going to be as disciplined as he was in the fight. He was swinging for the fences, but he was disciplined for most of the fight. I thought Rolly was going to come out the gate just throwing haymakers, but he tried to box Tank. He tried to catch him with shots, tried to break him down a little bit, but Tank is Tank. Tank's ring IQ is really underestimated and taken for granted by fans. He does have a good ring IQ. He can box. So, like I said before, With that performance, I'm putting Tank in the pound per pound list. Now, how I'm going to do my pound per pound list, like I said, holla at me after June the 4th. Anyway, it's your boy Town Biz. I'm out.